You see me now? How about now? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Uh, First of all, I want to say thank you for these incredible gifts and the likes throughout these technical challenges we're having. You seem to think it's no big deal, and well, I just love how you all are handling that. Thank you so much. I was saying it's amazing to see how many viewers have how much time viewers have spent here. When I look at the statistics for the past 60 days, I see a lot of people who have been here for 60 hours in 60 days. I don't know how it is for other creators on this app, but I have to believe that for people maybe doing what I'm doing, that is exception, not the norm. I mean, it's just absolutely mind-boggling to me. And it just fills me with such enthusiasm to keep on moving, trying new things. Liz, you fibbing. Speaking of which, guess what, everybody? It's Liz's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Liz. Thank you for your generosity and your sponsorship of many of our program. Thank you for being a great moderator. And a great friend. Awesome. I first encountered Vangelis' music when I was young. I was a kid. It's the first time I had ever heard music like that. How's it go? Hey, we hit the goal. Thank you, Golden Hour. Aren't they awesome, Jenny? James Bond is here, masquerading as a mild-mannered content creator on a social media network. He works for His Majesty's Secret Service. Then he had another melody that was very well known too, from the Ernest and Julio Gallo wine commercials. Do you remember Ernest and Julio Gallo? I remember when those commercials would come on. You know, I had dreams of living in California that go all the way back to my childhood. So we had this book called America the Beautiful, and it was, internet and all these things didn't exist, the smartphones. So, a book meant something, right? Especially if it spoke to you. And this book to me when I was a kid was everything. I just knew that I couldn't stay in one place, that I had to see other parts of this country. And they had pictures of California, Napa Valley, and was one of the big sections in the book. And you would see these vineyards in the morning with mist from the cold overnight air, floating through the grape harbors, and there would be these scenes of a rocky coastline, which if you've ever been to California and driven up Highway 1, it's like a storybook when you see it. So I'm actually going into La La Land thinking about it, but I used to sit around and look at this book all day. My mom would say, "Well, you're obsessed with this book, aren't you?" Yes. And then these commercials started coming on, and it had this voice, there is a time for every celebration, a time to relax, and it was in a vineyard, and this music would come on. This vineyard was obviously in California, and Vangelis wrote the theme for these. Wonderful. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much. So I was a kid and I was listening to this. And then, thank you, Don. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful gifts. Ciao, Bella. Thank you for the tiny diny. Everybody, you're so generous. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I so appreciate you, and I so respect the effort that you make to communicate your approval of what I'm doing here. And that's really, yeah, it's so obvious to me. You make this so easy for me. Thank you, Heather. So I was kind of obsessed with Vangelis, the synthesizers, the melodies were so easy. I could listen to any one of his songs. I could play it immediately. You know what I mean? But there was this one in particular, called Cosmos the show Cosmos. And that, to me, I was a very young kid. I can't remember. I should probably research these things so I can articulate these moments of my life to you with a little bit more sense of accuracy into the detail. Note to self on that. It'd be fun to know how old I was when some of these things happened. I just have to trace the situation and see when the series was on, because the series had not been on long. If you don't recall, Cosmos was a science show that featured Carl Sagan, And to me, as a kid, Carl Sagan was pretty much, might as well have been God. I admired him. I idolized him. Sometimes I tried to act like him. You know how kids do these kinds of things. Kids will imitate things that they admire, And it was just an amazing show for me. And if I missed it, I'd have tears in my eyes. See, we only had our Lord and Savior, Carl Sagan. Honestly, hang on a second here. Seeing if I can find it. I'm looking for a script to The Pale Blue Dot. I can't find. It would be fun to read his poetic vision of the pale blue dot. And you found it, DGD? Why don't you email it to me at jacevek@gmail.com. I get some. I'm not sure I understand you there, Moonshell. Anyway, I would just listen to that music. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. When I heard Carl Sagan passed away, it was very hard for me to hear that. And I'd like to show you something. Although I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Might have to do it another night, but I'm going to try. I'm going to download this very quickly. Just bear with me, folks. I'm just flowing in the moment here of an idea of sharing something with you. And as such, I didn't plan on even talking about Carl Sagan this evening or any of these things that we're talking about. But since we're here, might be fun. Just hang on a sec. My downloads. Okay. There we go. This way I can turn this up so you can actually hear it because it hasn't been mastered yet. I was moved so much that I went and listened to the Cosmos track and I started to reinvent it. I wanted to do a version of this in a tribute for Vangelis and also Carl Sagan. And hey, Tim, how you doing? So this is actually me. This is all me doing this in a style where I'm incorporating Vangelis' style into my music. You might recognize this theme a lot more now when you hear it if you ever saw that television show. Okay, let's do this. I used an out-of-tune upright piano, just like the show. I never released this. So that's how it starts, and maybe I should finish that track. What do you think? I just don't know what I would do with it. I think I would have to get a licensing agreement to be able to do anything that has to do with any type of monetization with that, but that's not the reason I wrote it. And see, this is what happens. So I was moved by his passing, and I just sat down and did that in the afternoon. That's like an hour's worth of work, and it's just like I don't know. Was meant to happen because I found the synth sounds I was looking for, and then I added the soprano line over top of it. Whereas he uses a synthesizer, I'm using a soprano to do it. And I think, hey, Melissa, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. But I didn't release it for people to hear at the time back then when he passed because everybody was doing a Vangelis tribute. Every musician on the planet. It's like in 48 hours, every musician was either talking about Vangelis or... And I just didn't want to be on a train where, because Vangelis passed away, I was getting attention for something I did musically. I just thought I'd let that time go by. And it's just, I'm sensitive to things like that. How I do things matters to me, you know. That's why I handle myself a certain way in my content, even if I'm clapping back at somebody or whatever else. It's just, Anyway, do you think I should release that? At least so people can hear it? What is your thoughts on that? Absolutely. Yes, please. Definitely finish it, G-Dog says. Okay, wow, geez. Well, alrighty then. So I was talking about one of my mentors. Someone that I admired from afar was Vangelis. But see, when I got older, I started listening to classical music more, and then you start to encounter criticism. And then I ran into my first series of Vangelis critics, and I learned a lot about music by studying these things. And Vangelis gets beat by music critics who are of a serious classical music style of critique for being music for the ungifted ear. You know what I mean? And the reason they come off that way is because his melodies are so simple as to be almost childish in their simplicity. the time in my life, I was 20 years old, and I was trying to be impressive and everything else. And I got to thinking to myself, yeah, there is a certain amount of simplicity there. And I dialed down some of the admiration I had there for him for a while. And then I went through this rebirth where, yeah, actually, he's brilliant. He's a genius right the way he is. It's weird how influences and things come and go, and they push you in different ways. You know, yes, it is well, it is. It's like ear candy, G-Dog. So in the wrong set of ears, I can see where it's not gonna rock somebody's socks, so to speak, motivate them or whatever else. I think it's too much on the synth. What is going on here? How am I getting a phone call? There's so much weird stuff going on in the studio right now. There's definitely a poltergeist in here. Now I'm getting a phone notification. Well, the phone's hanging up here. Yeah, okay. You know, let's just do that. That's not supposed to happen. I'm so sorry. Too much on the synth, etc. I never agree with the criticism. So the synth was a little bit much for you, Don? Is that what you're trying to say? I love the synthy stuff. I've come to love it a little bit more. Oh, okay. I'm misunderstanding the way I read that. Very good, very good. Hey, it's fun to be here. We have a great chat room, despite the fact that most of you did not receive a notification. Melissa Sanchez, did you receive a notification that I was live? Man vs. Mountain, did you receive a notification that I was live? Or did you just pop in on your own? Please release the Vangelises. Ciao, Bella. Thank you. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I just opened TikTok and you were there. Well, that's good. At least they're putting me up on the FYP. Yeah, I'm going to have to check into that because that is not kosher at all that is happening. Thanks for sending me the Carl Sagan bit. I think people would enjoy watching you paint, Melissa. I've seen lots of artist paintings on here, and I think your work's very compelling. Melissa's an artist. You should check out her work. Give her a follow. She's just let people see some of her content of her artistry that she makes, and it's good stuff. Check it out. So yeah, I'm sorry you're not getting your notifications. I'll have to roll up my sleeves, call the agency, and see what can be done about this, because this is getting to be pretty pervasive. But I have an idea of something I wanted to share with you, and I don't know if I can pull this off. I really just thought about sharing it with you just now, but let's see what you think of this idea. But first, I have to go to Cynthia's webpage, TikTok. Here she is. And then I'm going to pull up a video that she has, if I can find it, and I think I can. Wow, just an incredible amount of content here. Cynthia, you just blow my mind. You're so prolific. I wish I mean, why can't I do what you do the way you do it? I think you come in here and you get inspired, so you tell me by me, but I'd come back to you. I'm more inspired by you than you are by me, I think. I'm having trouble finding the video I want to see, though. Was it that long ago? Or maybe it's just that you've posted so much great content that it's far back up your list. There's a video here of a very young boy that she posted. Her family posted this video of the young boy on TikTok, and he's playing a song, and I think he calls it Mama. And it's not going to be the same if I can't show you the video, though. I really want you to see this. That's not it. This is the kid, but this is a different video. The video that I'm talking about is him facing me from the right, and it's just not here. Let's see here. Max. If I do a search, maybe it'll come up. No? Just give me one more second on this, guys. I like to be very tenacious about these kinds of things. I don't like to give up. That's a very serious trait about me. Okay. There's not, yeah, unfortunately, guess this isn't supposed to happen this evening. Damn it. Okay. Well, I gave it my all. So, Violet, I'm trying to find that video. For some reason, it's there, the two videos together. Oh, wait a minute. Here's his page. It did come up. I wonder if I can recognize this video of this fella playing this song, because I can't locate which one it is. There's too many of them. I'm going to have to single this out, research it before the show on Monday. So if you come back, it's there, the two videos together. I know I'm just not, for some reason, I don't know why it's not coming up. Isn't that crazy? Once again, this app and its weirdness, content coming, content going. I have content disappear all the time. On Monday, I'm going to show this to you. If you come in, I'll show you my idea. I have an idea of a piece of content I want to do that would, I don't, you know, Violet showed it to me, and I don't know, Cynthia, if you had suggested something like that or whatever, but I don't know. I just had this wild thought, so I sat down today to play it. It's this musical memory of mine. I'm taking his ideas, which are already highly advanced. He's playing chordally, and he's using singing tone, and he's using actual real music phrasing. And he starts out here just on this note, and then it goes. Hang on a second. I'm going to take one more look here because I'm getting some more direction from you all. It's the 7th video on the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's not. I know what you're saying because. But it's not showing for me. Some crazy reason. I want to say, how old do you think that child is, Cynthia? 5, 6, something like that? 6 years old. Okay, yeah, that was my guess. He reminds me of me. I was doing the same thing, you know. So, caption is "I am undone." Yeah, it's not there. So, you know what? Could it be? I'm accessing this from a secondary account that hasn't followed you yet, Cynthia. So let me reload this and see if maybe it shows up now that I'm following you from this secondary. Well, I just followed you, and now it says I'm not following you. Wow, what is going on here? I don't understand. This is so strange. There's all kinds of... Yeah, and now it's not letting me follow you from this account. I don't know why. Whoa, what is going on? I see you, Hall. I see you. I'm sorry. I just sent it. When you say you sent it, Hall, do you mean you sent me a message on TikTok? Is that what you mean? And I'm in my messages now. Let's have a look. I don't see it. Yes, I shared the video. Oh, you shared it on your page, Hall? Or you shared a message to me? Because it's not... Oh, wait, here it comes. Just came in. Man, that took a while. All right, now, here we have the video. Hall, you're fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Everything here is a little bit chaotic tonight, and I apologize for that. Okay, I've got that. I can go like this. Stand by. Here we go. All right. Okay. So I thought this was a very sweet video, but now why can't I hear him? Man. All right, I think this will work now. This is how you be tenacious. All right, let me press play, see if this will work. See that? What he's doing is not easy to do. That is a chord. And he's getting it right. Listen now. Okay, so here's what's happening. All right, so that child is expressing himself through music, is what's happening there. Okay? This is the same thing I used to do when I was a kid. Yeah. And oops, we don't need to go there. Earth to home base. Come in, home base. Home base over. Houston control. We've got you, Jace. I'm spinning out of control. He loves his mother, and he calls this song Mama. And you can feel the admiration coming out of this child in music. So it starts out like this.
This is called Mama.
Let's listen to it one more time. Okay. Just let me record this in my head. Simplicity. All right. Okay. Had to take a break for a second. That's cute. All right. So this opening part. I would bring just a little bit of my experience into this. And show him maybe how amazing he is. But what I would do is, since it says on his website that he admires Hans Zimmer, I would make that third part very powerful. I'm talking about running that through the whole process. I'm talking about strings building up. And if I could find a way to put my love for my mother in that, and then I want to sample him playing. So I can find a part in here where I can do this, and then you will see him go, and then it'll come back to me. I didn't have anybody to tell me, I didn't have thousands of people telling me in a social media network how talented I was, My parents did the best they could with me. I don't fault them in any way. And of course, the encouragement from my mother was ever present, I don't think she had any idea that this would require what this requires. And anyway, that's not really the point. I'm getting off the subject. The point here is that maybe I can give somebody something I didn't get. And since it's obvious that he's extremely gifted, and it's obvious that his parents see this might help everybody nudge in a direction. Wait a minute, there is something really going on here, and they take every chance they can to open avenues with which he can excel, because he will learn at a rate that takes other people 5 years. That's what happened to me. That's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly the kind of things I was doing. My little song was this one. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, I would like to do that. Um, what do you think? Think this is a good idea? You know? Hang on one second. Variations in Joy is the name of it. That's on Mercury. Uh-oh. He's on a loop over there. Let's turn him. Stop that. Pause that video. So we got a birthday girl here, and I'm sorry the show's run on so long. We had the technical difficulties, and then, of course, I went on this quest to try to write this situation here and to show you my idea. So here we go. Yes, it was beautiful. Yes. Are you kidding? Incredible idea. Yeah, I think it's I think it's important to encourage self-expression. Yes. So, I mean, I figure they posted this publicly. My only concern is I don't want anybody to think that I'm doing this because, I'm trying to use his attention to somehow benefit mine or whatever else. I mean, it's like before I did that, I would just send it to them privately or something, but I think it's okay. What do you think? I don't think people are going to think that maybe I'm being a little too worried about that too much. Sometimes I tend to overthink things a little bit. So, you are overthinking. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Send it privately and see what they say. Well, there's that too, I suppose. Although one of the things is I think once you post something on TikTok, the general idea is where else going to see it. They've got many of his videos on there, so over analytical. Okay. So for Liz's birthday tonight, I'm going to do a rendition of Tahoe this evening. Tahoe is my latest release, and I'm doing this, dedicating its performance to Liz tonight. Liz, you are awesome. Thank you for everything you've done to help our show. You're a great moderator, but you're also a very supportive follower who never seems to run out of ways to make me feel like go Jace go. So I mean it when I say this is for you. Liz, you are now. Bear with me for a moment. restarting this because I want to record this. It's no big deal. Just get to hear the parts that you love twice. Bear with me. Sorry about that, but it's for good. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Hi, Melissa. You should have seen Jeff Oster when he heard that horn part. Thank you so much. Yes, Diana. Happy birthday, Liz. I'm glad we were able to get through that without it glitching out on us. I'm going to go on a fact-finding mission to find out what our deal was. Well, everyone, I stayed way longer than I was supposed to because I'm supposed to go meet someone, so I think I just got myself into some trouble. It's actually just a friend of mine that's in from out of town. It was worth every minute of it, though. We had a really, really interesting evening here. So thanks for joining me for this. Sorry, I was just kind of going with it tonight, and I know I got in a little bit deeper than I usually do. Happens every now and then. I want you all to have a wonderful evening, all right? I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday. We'll be here at our usual times on the new channel at 2 p.m. Eastern and on this main channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So I want to thank everybody for all the support, for hitting the goals. Magnificent job there. Thank you for this, and thank you for that. Thank you for your continuous and gracious support. And I will see you soon, okay? I've got to run. It was a wonderful evening. Thank you.